Well, folks, it's official. Sony will be having a Future of Gaming event on Thursday, June 4th at 3 o'clock Central Game Time, my time. If you're on the West Coast, that's 1 o'clock for you. If you're on the East Coast, in the future, that's 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, Jim Ryan did make a blog post on the official PlayStation blog saying, with each generation from the first PlayStation to the PlayStation 4, we aim higher and we push boundaries further to try and deliver better experiences for our community. This has been the mission of the PlayStation brand for more than 25 years, a mission I have been a part of nearly since the beginning. There are a few things as exciting as the launch of a new console. While this road to launch has been a bit different, we are as thrilled as ever to bring you with us on this journey to redefine the future of video games. We've shared technical specifications and shown you the new DualSense wireless controller, but what is a good launch without games? That's why I'm excited to share that we will soon give you a first look at the games you'll be playing after PlayStation 5 launches this holiday. The games coming to PS5 represent the best in the industry from innovative studios that span the globe. Studios both larger and smaller, those newer and those more established, all have been hard at work developing games that will showcase the potential of the hardware. This digital showcase will run for a bit more than an hour, and for the first time we will be all together virtually experiencing the excitement together. A lack of physical events has given us an amazing opportunity to think differently and bring you on this journey with us, and hopefully closer than ever before. This is part of our series of PS5 updates, and rest assured, after next week's showcase, we will still have much more to share with you. Please join us on YouTube or Twitch on June 4th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the other times I think are different parts of the world, to see what's in store for the next generation of games. I hope we can make you proud. Now in that aspect, you would kind of ask, okay, what's the games that can be revealed? Now, if you go look at the studios, I think anything recent, like in terms of like past 2017 of exclusives that came out, like in 2018, like in 2019, don't expect them to be there, because I remember a while ago seeing that just asinine crazy list of games that can all be announced during a PS5 reveal, which is asinine. That's just out the question after I look at that. And by this time, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about. Now, realistically, what can be announced? Well, I think it's more than safe to say that it would probably most likely be another Gran Turismo being showed, possibly what Ready at Dawn's working on, what Blue Point's working on, Japan Studios working on, and also I would say the next Horizon Zero Dawn as well. That's something that's been rumored for a while, that's been in development for quite some time, I would assume. Now, it's everything else, like a Spider-Man 2, God of War 2. You ain't gonna expect them to come till later, way later. Same as another game, as a sequel to Days Gone. That may not come for years later as well. So those are the first party games I think can be shown. Now, in terms of indie games, we've seen where Sony's put the indie scene on a pedestal in terms of like going into new generations. They did it this generation. Now, beyond that, you go look at the third party games. Now, the third party games, there's few that I can see being there. Mainly, sports games, mainly games like Madden, the next generation of Madden, which probably will look and play like Madden 2018, which was the last Madden I ever bought. On top of that, more than likely Call of Duty Cold War. Well, they're calling it Black Ops Cold War, which is weird and stupid. I can definitely see that being there because Activision usually has a deal with PlayStation every year when it comes to Call of Duty, so it would be cool and interesting to see what they'll do. But beyond that, I can't think of that many other games that could really show off, like that could be shown off for a third party game. Now, I think the first Watch Dogs did. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Could it be possible Watch Dogs Legion? Maybe. We ain't seen or heard of that game in quite some time. But then again, Ubisoft has their own conference that they're going to have in June. I mean, not in June, but in July. I'm not bad for the mistake. Now, following that, Jim Ryan did speak to GamesIndustry.biz, which if you want to read the full article, a link to it will be in the description box. He did talk about would the PS5 do something like the Series X in terms of the Series X games being playable on Xbox One? Would PS4 games be playable on or PS5 games be playable on PS? And he did say, quote, "We have always said that we believe in generations." That's a shot at Microsoft. "We believe that when you go to all the trouble of creating a next-gen console, that it should include features and benefits that the previous generation does not include. And that in our view, people should make games that can make the most of these features. We do believe in generations, whether it's the DualSense controller, whether it's the 3D audio, whether it's the multiple ways that the SSD can be used. We are thinking that it's time to give the PlayStation community something new, something different that can really only be enjoyed on PS5. Which pretty much means that anything that will be shown at this event will be only for the PS5, not a PS4. And I know some people may take issue with that, but at the same time, get your money up. Get your money up and pay up to get this console. I did do it for Infamous Second Son. I'm gonna do it with this. This was a direct shot at Microsoft in terms of them saying, "We believe in generations." That was a direct jab at Microsoft. Now, them doing something like, pretty much if you want to play any of these games that's going to be announced next week, you would need a PS5 for. Now, even though I said that Ready at Dawn, Polyphony Digital, who makes Gran Turismo for folks who don't know, Japan Studio, Blue Point, and Guerrilla, even though I said that those five studios could show something, I don't necessarily mean or imply that they will release with the PS5. It could be a situation where one of those or two of those releases with the PS5, like Gran Turismo, and let's say Gran Turismo and whatever Blue Point's working on gets released with the PS5. And then let's say the rest of the games don't come to like a year later. But of course, we keep up to date on them as time goes along. But honestly, with that being said, I can't think of much else to speculate on. Hopefully, this can shut a lot of people up. Mainly shut the PlayStation fanboys who made up that fucking list. Shout out to you. And on top of that, hopefully, this can shut up a lot of Xbox fanboys who've been questioning Sony. When you gonna show something? They ain't got nothing to show. Talking all that shit. Well, I hope you ready, because don't be mad when PlayStation overwhelms you bots with information, alright? When they overwhelm you with information to where you're trying to push it back. Honestly, I kind of hope, based off that picture that they showed, that is a black DualSense 5 controller. And you know, I'm pretty sure we'll have different options in terms of color variety for the DualSense controller. But with that being said, what are you looking forward to see or possibly get announced at next week's Future of Gaming event? I guess we can call it that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. All links, the links to both articles will be in the description box. A link to my Twitter will be in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch. Go check that out. I just got done with Life is Strange Before the Storm. Made a whole bunch of highlights if you can't see the past broadcast for you guys to watch and look at. I do plan on streaming other games, not sure which ones. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Think about subscribing for more content. Until next time, it's been your boy H-Dog, and I'm out. Peace.